Hello, how are we today? Hi Phoenix, hi Hope, hi Ish, good to see ya. Oh my god, it's Friday already? When did that happen? Who allowed this? Insane behavior. That's crazy. Ugh. Oh, some of my birds are hatching. Yay! I got a golden osprey. I love ospreys. Trying to get the special rainbow osprey. Not for any reason, just because I want it. Ugh. Yay. When did time decide to be a fighter jet? I know, right? Who permitted this? Who said this was okay? Right, we have a couple more windows to do. And while I have only touched on it slightly, I think I could also do with doing the ceiling texture, like, a bit better. I basically made, like, a placeholder one. I made, like, a placeholder ceiling texture, which is basically the floor flipped. I feel like I should change that. But we'll do the windows first. Hi, Rosa. Good to see ya. Grab that. Right, so the problem with this one is the sprite for this guy doesn't exist yet. So he doesn't have a reference and he doesn't have a color palette. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. But we will do what we can. I'm back with the crossword stuff. I'm stumped. Oh, okay. Go on then. Keep the discussion going. What's the six-letter word for onion relative starts with a C? If only Stanji was here. Onion relatives. Because onion is part of the allium family. So it's technically biologically related to stuff like garlic. Excuse me. Yeah, that would be a move on. Need more letters. Move on. Need more letters. Do a different one. Second letter H. Oh, chives! Chives. Chives are an onion relative. Get those colours picked. It's a time machine. It's time to leave. Reason to believe. To what could be. Reason to believe. It's out beyond the breakers. It's waiting for the takers on the edge of days. Golden gleam before it fades away. A synonym for modifies. Oh, sorry, my phone started. I saw my phone screen light up, and I was like, "The hell is that?" And then it took a second to think about it, and then it was like, "Someone's trying to ring you, but it's probably fraud." And I was like, "Cool, I'm going to ignore that." A synonym for modifies 6 letters, starts with A and ends with TS. Modify, because I would have gone for alters, but that doesn't fit the TS at the end. Yeah, modifies and ends in an S. Ends with a TS. Might have to move on. Sfeel? Considering how much I adore Sfeel and how it's also like a meme, it's actually shocking I don't have a Sfeel plushie. I've got Sfeel socks, would you believe? Don't have a plushie, but I got socks. Which, if anything, was the rarer find. Because you can find Sfeel plushies online. But the socks? That was a find and a half. What in the world is valise? I don't know. I don't know what that word is. I'm going to look it up so that I learn something. Valise. Oh, it's a French word. It's literally just a French word. It's I mean, I guess you want the answer. It's like a suitcase. It's like a suitcase. The first thing that it comes up when I type it in is translation French to English suitcase. Specifically, a small one. So I guess what we would refer to as a carry-on. Small suitcase or bag for traveling clothes bag for carrying clothes while traveling. So it's a suitcase, but like a small one. So yeah, what we would probably refer to as a carry-on. Maybe not like your big, massive suitcase that goes in the hold, but like one of the little ones that you can take on the plane with you. I have one of those now. Hi, Core. Because I had to buy one in Japan because I bought too many plushies. Because our tickets let us have a suitcase each, a carry-on each, and a personal item each. But it was very weird. I was like, what the hell's a personal item? And it was like, oh, personal item can be like, a backpack or like, a laptop bag or something. And I was like, wait, so if a backpack can be a personal item, what the hell's a carry-on? And it says a carry-on can be a small suitcase that is within these dimensions. And that's when I was like, oh, we could buy an extra suitcase for all the shit I bought. Because I was getting very stressed out about the fact that all the stuff I bought didn't fit into the suitcases and the 2 backpacks that we each had. And then I looked at our tickets and it was like, we also get a carry-on. And I was like, okay. So we went to a Japan department store. I literally had to look up. I looked up the Japanese word for suitcase and the Japanese word for vacuum-packed bags, which I now have forgotten. And literally like had them on a notepad on my phone, and we went into the department store, and guy went over to sort of like the travel area, and literally just sort of got my phone and said the word. Just like a guy comes up and is probably says something like, "How can I help you?" or something, and I just go, suitcase. Suitcase vacuum bag, and he just goes, ah yes, and takes me over to the area, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. Use that word in Turkish. Ah. Yeah. My not-so-secret shame. So now I've obtained... Now we have our proper, like, big-size suitcases, and I've also got one of the little tiny suitcases, which I said, to be fair, would probably be useful when I go visit friends, because when we visit friends at the moment, we put everything in, like, holdalls, because we only go for, like, a few days, so it's like, we don't want to drag the whole big suitcase. But because I have limp noodle spaghetti arms, even that can sometimes be a bit heavy for me. So now I've got a small suitcase, which is actually ideal. And I'm like, yeah, see, it's all good. And Big Spook is like, don't try to justify your mistakes. And I'm like, okay. Okay. You're right. Update for the modifies synonym, the second letter is a D. So it's AD something and ends with TS. Add... Adjusts? Is that 6 letters? Adjust. No, it's not. No, that's 7 letters. Dang it. Yeah, I would say I would have said adjust, but it ends in S. It ends TS apparently. So it would be adjusts, but adjusts is too long. Hello, Jay. Alright. Sippy. I brought up a snack to munch on, but I'm actually not hungry for it now. I'm just gonna leave it there. Maybe I'll have it tonight during communion. It is rather warm today. Oh dear. It starts with A, Hope, I believe. That's why I was like, well, adjust is perfect, but it's like, no, it's not enough. There's not enough letters for adjust. Which is very, very confusing. You're sure it ends TS? By the way, guys, I'm also playing a guessing game with Stanji. I don't think I'm allowed to get your help. He technically didn't say I'm not allowed to get your help, but it's probably not in the spirit of the guessing game if I get your help. Apparently, Stanji has bought a plushie. He says he will give me money if I can guess what it is a plushie of. And I'm very confused because it is not a plushie of an animal, a character. It's not a plushie of food. I said, is it a tool? And he said, like, kind of. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? That's less helpful than if you had just said yes or no. Yeah, it's not food, so it's not potato. Because I've done 1 out of 3 guesses because I was stupid and didn't ask any questions first. My out-of-the-box guess was just like, oh, you got like a dinosaur or something. Because he has bought a dinosaur in the past. So I was like, oh, you bought a friend for your dinosaur that you have. No. So then I started doing the questions. Yeah, and in my brain I was like, what if you got like a plushy potato, but it's not food? So it's not an animal, it's not a character, it's not food, but apparently it's sort of a tool. And I'm like, huh. Yeah. Yeah. Is it a vegetable? No. Is it a fruit? No. Is it a tool? Of sorts. I don't know how to interpret that or how you would interpret that. I'm trying not to give anything away. People call them tools, but it's not a tool in the conventional sense. It can be used, so it is a tool. And I'm like, huh? Huh? So it's not like a screwdriver or like a hammer or something, but it's like a implement? So now I'm currently like, is it a pencil or something? But why would Stanji buy like a plushy pencil? So I need to sit and ruminate on it. Like I said, I think technically asking you guys for help is probably cheating, so. Although he didn't say I couldn't ask chat for help, but doesn't feel in the spirit of it. Adapts is different. Synonym for modify? Oh, yeah, you could adapt something. Yeah. Yes, you can adapt something for purpose. If you adapt something, you can modify it, correct? A Pokeball? No. I don't feel like Sanji's so big a Pokemon fan that he would buy a Pokeball over, like, an actual Pokemon. The other earlier clue that he gave me, I said, was this an online purchase or an IRL purchase? Because I was like, because mentally I was like, the kind of plushies you find in shops physically do vary a lot from what you find online. Yeah. He says it's online from a place I visited a long time ago, and I'm like, that's not helpful. You've been to loads of places. So, like, if it's from a place he's been to, it's, like, significant in some way? Politician? No. He said it wasn't an animal. Also said it was a tool. He said it was a thing that people use. And we have no use for politicians. Yeah. He didn't say explicitly it was a tool, remember? People call them tools, but it's not a tool in the conventional sense. It can be used, so it is a tool. Which is why I'm like, well, things that, like, artists use are classed as tools, technically. You know, a pencil is a tool. But when you say the word tool, you technically think of things like hammers and screwdrivers and stuff, which I think was probably what he was trying to get at. Like, it's a thing you use, but it's not like a builder's tool. So, yeah. I'm sitting and stewing on it. Excuse me. It's currently 33. Oof. Please take care out there. Hi, Sam! Going up to 39. Yikes! Please be so careful and look after yourself. It me, sack. The sack. That's it, you're going in the sack. You enjoying your art fights? seasonal treat. Look what armor I found. Ooh, I have today off because America, so I'm at hope with liquids. Home with liquids. Of course, America Day is happening soon, isn't it? Hey! I love that armor. I wore that armor for a while. In fact, I think I still have that in my glamour plate. I like that armor. It's a good one. You look so cute. Thinking monster for their next one? Nice. Core is apparently sending something, but I see nothing yet. Had to go find it. Oh, you weren't even ready? SMH. That's it. That's cute. That's actually official as well. Jesus, yeah, look at the tag. That's actually an official thing. That's crazy. Sorry, one sec, guys. Something's bothering me, and I need to attend to it. Neurodivergent sensory problems. Okay, that should be better. I've been conscious for 20 minutes. Aww. It's sweet that you come here like immediately after waking up. It's very sweet. Finished, matey. More stuff I'm stuck on, go for it. Hope you're learning things and not just letting us do it for you. Four-letter word, something to do with ascending. The second letter is O. Ascending. Yeah. Good one, Core. Saw. Yeah. Lahu. Hi, Dan. Oh, my darling, I've missed you. TCS is at least 100, was it? Yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, later should be good. My brain is full of bees, and I couldn't decide on a different game. I brought it on myself. Oh, see you, Dan. Hope it goes okay. Wow, she comes, she redeems Bingo, and then she leaves! This is a joke. You only love me for my Bingo. Hi, Nass. I hope you're feeling better today. Big stretch.
Silence thy face, harlot, thou dost smell of Chocobo fecal matter.
How dare you? How fucking dare you? She started it. I'll fucking finish it. Okay, so as I said, this is going to be the awkward part. This character does not have a pre-established palette. Which means crimes. I.e., we steal colours from pre-existing characters. Okay, I need to look through our DMs and see if there was any specifics mentioned in terms of colours. Excuse me. Mm. God damn it all. What if I locked the line layer? That would actually be the sensible thing to do. That would stop me from accidentally drawing on it. Mm-hmm. 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 It's amusing how an okay thing from a person's childhood just becomes the best thing ever to them. Yeah, that is charming. I suppose in a weird way, I never let go of that. Example, the song "Losing My Favorite Game" by Cardigans is just like a top 10 songs for me. Nice. Nice. Look, if you want to know about formative songs, Mr. Brightside, like, eternal classic. You start playing that in a room full of British people, my god. Especially if they're millennials. Hmm. I don't know. Because I put these horizontal stripes in, but for Spider-Man, normally it's like a vertical thing. I mean, let me try that, I guess. Then we would have something that's more like this. So you wouldn't see the blue very much on this side. I suppose that technically looks more like Spider-Man. Three-letter word, fuss. Yes, ado. Much ado about nothing. Much ado about nothing. Hello, Jackdaw. She's talking with the birds, everybody. I think all I can do is send that to him and get feedback on it. And I'm gonna do my little thingy that I do to get us a mid-tone. Excuse me. 4-letter word for an inter-office note, second letter is E. Memo. Tone is mid, thanks. It's supposed to be. Add in the bits that actually make it look like it's more of a stained glass thing. Basically, my thought process through most of this is if there's a piece that looks like it's a bit big, add like a cut in it. Basically. Okay, I'm going to screenshot that and send it to him and explain that this is how it looks without any of the like lighting filters on it to make it look like it's got light. Because this is essentially a palette test for the character itself. Only the characters utilize their colours from their sprites for their windows. For Spider and I'm having to do it the other way around. This is how it looks before I've put all the lighting effects over it. Essentially how the colours on the actual player sprite would look. What do you think? Okay, and I will need to wait for feedback on that one before I can progress further. So now I'm going to advance on to the broken window. Excuse me. Hello. Hello, love.
Oh my god, it's Spider-Man.
Legally distinct Spider-Man. Love you. Doing okay? Looking well. If you want to wait for dinner, you can, but you have got Nando's. You have got Nando's as well as rice. So it's up to you if you want to just have it or if you want to wait for dinner. Yay. Ba 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 da da. Have we marked off background spook this week? Nope. Oh wait, we have, yes. Ba da ba 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 da da. Jesus. Talk about being professional. I've just read back the message I've sent and the amount of typos. Talk about professional. That's not how you spell lighting. Professionalism here. I try, but I'm not great, let's be real. I wished, and now, not doing myself any favors because I was be like, and now I want to open my carton of juice. Yep. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. Do you want apple juice or tropical juice? Tropical juice, please. This is literally supposed to be Spider Dad. I've genuinely not asked. I've genuinely not asked. It's the creators. From what I can gather, it's the creator's avatar. It'd be the equivalent of putting of if I was making a game and I put Blue in it. His online username and persona is this version of Spider-Man, I guess. So this is meant to be the Easter egg character. All the other characters are the characters you can pick to play, and this is meant to be the Easter egg character of it's the developer. Is my understanding of it. Which is why there is no sprite for the character, because all of these sprites are sprites that I believe he's bought off, like, itch or something. And I've made windows to match them, but there is no sprite for this character, because this character is his character and doesn't exist. I will probably be making the sprite for it. But that will come later. By the way, I don't actually know the name of the game still, but apparently his aim is an early access by August. So I guess by then I might actually be able to give you guys a name and a Steam link, question mark? Because there's still quite a bit to do. Obviously we've done a lot, but there's still quite a bit to do. Because doing an entire character is going to take some time. But there was talk about doing, like, menus and stuff, maybe. Drawing a monster critter right now. I can't wait to see them. Special time of year where I'm treated to much Sam art. Yum, 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 yum. I have no idea where the limbs are going or what they're doing. I think I'm on the right track. Yeah, that sounds about right for a monster. Monster. Yeah, unfortunately, because of time zones, I don't think I'm going to hear from him basically within the next hour, because it's essentially 4 o'clock and I stream till 5, so I'm not guaranteed to hear from him today on this. Okay, so now we want a broken window. I'm a lurk and lock the fuck in. Do it! Do it! So yeah, so now we got to do a broken window, because the idea is that when you are in the level, you will see the stained glass windows. Mwah! You will see the stained glass windows for all the other characters, and the window of the character you are playing will be broken, is the idea. I don't know how you implement something like that, but that's not technically my concern. I assume you run some sort of check, I guess. You just run a check at the start of the level of which character was selected. Right, out of interest, now that they've all been made, I'm going to turn them all on. Wow. There is literally, like, no... There's like 2 empty spots. No, because that's part of the fox. There is actually no empty spots. Except that tiny bit of the sun. Every single area is covered by a character of some kind. Ugh. Ouch. That came on very suddenly. I'm assuming it means initials. Yes, initials. Okay, I need to clear that notification because I'm gonna keep thinking I missed a call. Oh no.
Can I drink more of my juice?
I've stopped using the straws in these juice cartons. I can't remember if I've explained this, because they're paper straws, which is obviously better for the environment. But I feel like when I drink with the paper straws, they're, like, not entirely... Like, no liquid escapes, but it definitely feels like I'm slurping up a lot of air with it as well. And then... paper straw is... it's not that odd. It's not that odd. It's pretty common these days. But I feel like when I'm slurping up with the paper straw, I'm also getting a lot of air, which I think I'm just getting through the paper. Of, like, evidently the straw is watertight, but maybe not airtight. And basically I was drinking these, juice cartons, and then getting, like, a lot of gas and, like, a slight bellyache a little bit of just, like, in basically swallowing a lot of air. So now I've started just cutting them. Just with a pair of scissors, just lifting up the corner tab, snip, and just drinking them that way. Which I think is, sitting better. Because, like, paper dissolves on my lick. They don't dissolve that quickly, at least ours don't. They do eventually dissolve, so they aren't perfect, but they don't dissolve that quickly. Drinking that paper straw feels like drinking something that's filtered. A little bit, yeah. I try not to use straws, yeah. Neither do I, generally. It's literally just because it's a juice carton. They say that they help me burp less, and then I do a massive burp. Like, good idea in theory, not so much in reality. They're a good idea to help with the environment. Which we need to. But, you know. You know, massive factories still producing insane amounts of CO2, but don't worry, guys, we've got paper straws. Oh my god, I got so many eggies to hatch. Oh, so many eggies to hatch. Oh my god. I didn't get a single rare color. Yay. Now to go get more eggs. I don't even know your name. And now I'm gonna buy more eggies. I'm trying to get a rainbow osprey. That's mainly what I want. I'm trying to get the special coloured osprey. There's no kingfisher in this game, but there is an osprey in this game. Hi, Raz! Fun thing is that my country's carbon footprint is nothing compared to some countries, but we're the ones that need to use paper straws or we're bad people. I know, right? If only we had used more paper straws. It's just more redirection tactics, as always. If you just used more paper straws and more recyclable cups, I'm sure we can save the environment. Not, you know, cutting down on our emissions. Or investing in, you know, public transport so that people don't use cars as much. No. Can't be doing that. No. That's not profitable. I've got more eggs to hatch. What a glorious day. I got a golden razor bill. Yay, we got a special color. Bookmark that one. Those are the eggs I bought, like, before stream started. Those eggs take 2 hours to hatch. Yay! You use a plastic bag, jail. Exactly. You use paper straws and we'll add more AI sensors. Ugh. I hate redirection because it works on people. It really does. It really does. Anyway. Alright, I was going... I turned them all on because I was basically going to see if there was, like, areas where there was no character, so I could have, like, blank glass. But there really isn't. There isn't any areas where there's blank glass, so I will do my best. So I'm gonna kind of do this in an inverse way to how you would probably think, which is because I have the complete window, I will I will instead erase away the broken bits. Rather than drawing it in, I'll erase it away, I guess. Actually, no, I suppose if I layer it, I could draw it in. Redirect like a rotating shark? No, not like that. Joining mid-conversation. Hi, guys. I want to put those data centers in some of the hottest places in the country instead of, where it's frozen every day, and ambient temperature alone would solve the cooling issue. No, can't do that. We gotta be eco-friendly, just ignore how we're emitting more CO2 than every car on the road. I wouldn't suggest the cold ones too, simply because it would raise the temperature of the ambient also. How about we not build data centers? No. Couldn't possibly do. No. How about we not build the data centers that no one wants? Companies have it in their heads if they put AI in everything, money will appear, and it just doesn't. No, it just doesn't. And they can't seem to get their heads around it. It's like that picture of the orangutans and going, where banana? They're like, where profit? And we're like, there's no profit. There's no profit. No one wants it. There's no profit, buddy. They did look into it, and the only people actually profiting from AI is Nvidia because they make all the chips. Well, the funny thing is that I seem to recall if you look at the stocks for Nvidia, because occasionally me and Spook look at like stocks in an attempt to, have anything. Nvidia is not necessarily doing great. So I don't even know if they are actually profiting. They might be profiting in one sense, but I don't think they are in the other. Everyone loses. See you, us. Safe travels. You know, maybe actually I keep this shard here. Maybe we keep this bit in so that there's like a connection point. Because otherwise that glass probably would break off. I want to keep some of the glass so you can see that it was a window. It's not just like an empty frame. Something like that. I'm thinking something like that. Ugh. Ooh. Stretchy, stretchy. Ooh, ah. Oh. Ugh. Select color range. Get this sort of edge lighting put in. Future me is probably going to regret doing this all on one layer, but we'll carry on anyway. Stuck again. You get stuck a lot. It's okay. Go on, you can keep giving us hints if you want. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's the speed of an unladen swallow. But is it African or European? Four-letter word, something to do with child, that starts with S-E. Sia. Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I want to replace this color with something slightly darker. And then I'm going to select something even more slightly darker. I'm going to try to use the gradient tool. That's accidental, but actually looks kind of sick. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'll send that to him as well, see what he thinks. And thoughts on the broken window. Okay. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I need to revisit the ceiling brackets, actually do a proper ceiling. Because the current ceiling is literally just a placeholder. That's the floor flipped upside down and made slightly bigger. Literally a placeholder. Okay, so it looks like in the video that he's sent me, it looks like he's actually not only used the placeholder, but he's also sort of like expanded it. Looks like he's made it almost twice the same size as that. So I also need to make it bigger. By the looks of it. Mm-hmm. 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 Just looking up reference images to get ideas. Okay, so what if we had like a bit like this? That's kind of like a ceiling rafter. Car alarm. Nice. It's hard for me to judge how big he's made that. To do with asking. I've asked him about the roof. Just asked, I can see that you've stretched out the temporary one. How big is it actually? Okay. Well, I get an idea for that. He's happy with this guy. So I need to put the lighting effects over him. I've drank all my juice, I will drink water. Select color range. That guy. Select color range. That guy. Additive. Select. Expand. Inverse. Delete. Go through. Tidy up any crossovers. As I drift away into the night. Spirit of 1,000 ghosts along the forests and the hills. As eternal darkness leaves me blind, I had conscience. Never let go. Grab it and never let go. Never let go. Duplicate that. There we go. Okay. He likes it. Oh, very good. Okay, he reckons about 3 times. 3 times, goodness. Big. That's very... 3 times that? That doesn't feel right. Oh, I got some eggs ready to hatch. Eggy. Come on, baby. Nothing. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Nothing. 3 times is a lot, but I suppose I got to bear in mind just how much. Like, I think I'm actually even going to say just like, damn, 3 times is a lot. Delete that layer for the moment, because I had barely started on it. Right, okay. So the ceiling is that big because he wants every character to be able to see at least the base of the ceiling. But some characters have a really high jump height, so he basically needs like extra wiggle room for when they jump up, so they don't just see the end. So that's why the ceiling has to be so big. Okay, so this is going to look weird on my canvas, so I might expand the size of the canvas to compensate. So let's just do that, and we're going to do it this way. I wasn't far off. Okay, so that's basically like our size guide on how big the roof is. Let's make a group. And I'm just going to put all of these in there. Okay, so it is 5, so I should technically stop so that I can go have some time away from the screen before tonight. I had a it's fucking hot moment last night. It was 3 a.m. My walls were hot to the touch. Yikes. Yikes. That sucks. Okay. So my initial thought is just like have rafters in a way. Sort of like just literally sketching this out. Have them come down like that. Obviously, this is not perfect. something vaguely like that. That's like the sketchiest of pixel sketches. But it will be addressed next week, because I need to do this roof, and I need to revisit the dungeon roof for the same reason. Because the dungeon roof in the first level that we did was also the same. It was just the floor flipped and put on the ceiling. So it needs to be properly done, basically, rather than just a copy of the floor. It needs to have its own texture. So that's for next week, though. Been putting off running my AC till then, because, to be honest, it wasn't that bad for me anyway, but last night was the nah, turn that shit on. Fair. Very fair. Right. So, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. We will be streaming again in a few hours. We're going to be playing more Mecha Chameleon. Kay has been a sweetheart and has gone and found more maps again. He has posted a Steam link in the events channel, so you can pre-download them. And, yeah. They added a new game mode. Wow. That game is being updated a lot. To their credit, it's being updated a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna go and sort out food and have some time away from the screen a little bit. Just have a bit of a break. And I'll see you soon. If not, have a good weekend. There's no stream on Sunday. So I will see you on Monday if I do not see you tonight. So have fun, whatever it is you get up to, and I'll see you soon. Bye!